In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for 500,000 MT in NBA 2K23 My Team. So at the starting point guard position for this 500,000 MT squad builder is going to be the Galaxy Gary Payton, who I just believe for his price tag is one of the best value cards in the game, only going for about 35 to 40,000 MT, and he's going to be a really good 6'4" point guard with a 6'7" wingspan, and we know GP is going to bring the defense with a 99 steal, 99 lateral quickness, 98 perimeter, and a 90 interior defense as well. Like one of the best point guard defenders in the game, especially somebody not named, Denny, Ben Simmons, or Magic. He probably is the best defensive point guard in the game. He's got Hall of Fame anchor, challenger, clamps, glove, interceptor, menace, pick dodger, and workhorse. And then even playmaking wise, he's got Hall of Fame clamp breaker, quick first step. Shooting badges wise, he's got Hall of Fame agent 3, limitless range, which is really good on a Gary Payton for a point guard card. And then you look at the animations, and he's got the Trae Young escape, which is probably the best escape in the game. He's got some very good dribble sigs. He's got the quick drops off 1, which is probably the best dunk package for a short point guard. And then he's also got, a jump shot on very quick, which is a very solid release. And he's got the Trae Young leaner as well. So there's nothing really to hate about this card. He does really everything at such a high level that I feel like for 35 to 40,000 MT is going to be the perfect point guard for this squad. And then I feel like the perfect shooting guard for his price tag is going to be this Galaxy Vince to pair alongside Gary Payton. I think that backcourt has a lot of good offense and really good defense as well. May not be like the tallest backcourt in the game. You might struggle a little bit if you match up against like a Ben and a T-Mac, but I think for any lineup you could build, you're going to struggle against a Ben and a T-Mac because that's just such a good dynamic duo in the backcourt. But Vince Carter, I feel like, is still a really good shooting guard. He's 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan. All around is a really good offensive card. He's got a 98 driving dunk, 98 vertical. This card is just so good at going to the basket. He's got those front clutches animations. He never gets blocked really at going to the basket. He's super fast, 97 speed, 97 acceleration. He's got Hall of Fame limitless range, dead eye, catch and shoot, agent 3, and jump shot wise, he's got the Kyle Kuzma base on quick timing, and he's got some very good dribble sigs. So just all around, I think Vince Carter for about 125,000 MT, maybe a little bit more, like 130, 135,000, is going to be a perfect shooting guard next to Gary Payton and our small forward, who is going to be Jonathan Isaac, because all three of these cards can definitely score the ball on the offensive end, but we got Gary and Jonathan Isaac mainly here for defense. So that's why we need Vince at the shooting guard position to be our main ball handler, to be the guy that's going to score the ball at a very high level. GP can still chip in, put up like 10, 15 points a game, but we need that guy that's going to give us a 20, 25 points per game, and that's going to be Vince Carter, a guy that is just so elite on the offensive end. And then for the small forward position, like I said, is going to be the Galaxy Jonathan Isaac, who is probably the best defender in my team. He's 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan. You take a look at the defensive stats, he's got a 98 block, 95 steal, 97 lateral quickness, so he can stay in front of the point guards, the shooting guards, where he can play the on-ball defense, and then he's got a 95 perimeter and a 95 interior defense with tons and tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges. I mean, I just think all around, for his price tag, he's basically just Gary Payton at the small forward position. They're both really good for their price. Jonathan Isaac going for about 60 to 70,000 MTs, somewhere in that price tag. And I think Jonathan Isaac is legit a top 3 small forward in the game, right behind Dark Matter LeBron and that Mike Bantam card. Now, talking about the power forward, this is where I'm not exactly sure who to go with. I will go with the Galaxy Jokic. He's around 100,000 MT. I've seen him definitely go for buy nows, even a little bit lower than that, like 95,000 MT. Sometimes he might be a little bit more, but I would say if you're looking at him, especially on a Friday when the market's a lot lower, you should be able to get this card for easily under 100,000 MT, and he's going to be such a good power forward, especially with this defensive lineup that we're already building with Jonathan Isaac and Gary Payton. Jokic can be that perfect power forward because he's all about offense. He's 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, and he's just going to be such a good offensive power forward. He's got a 95 3-pointer, 96 mid-range, decently fast for a Jokic card. I mean, that's actually really fast for what Jokic speed is usually looking like. He's got 90 speed, 90 acceleration. They also gave him a 97 strength, which is crazy because that's higher than a lot of the Dark Matter centers and power forwards. Like Dark Matter D-Rob, I think only has 96 or 95 strength, who's actually stronger than a card like Dark Matter D-Rob, which doesn't really make too much sense. But I just think overall Jokic, for his price tag under 100,000 MT, is going to be a really good power forward, especially next to our center. I feel like these 6'3", these three 6'11" cards are going to be really nice paired up against each other, right? Having Dino at the 5, Jokic at the 4, and Jonathan Isaac at the 3. We don't have that like super tall center like a Yao Ming or a Kristaps or this like, you know, really tall Mark Eden type center, but we should have 3 guys that all play solid defense and are 6'11". I mean, wingspan wise, Dino's got an 8-foot wingspan, damn near 7'11" wingspan is what makes this Dino card so unbelievably good at the center position. He's also got a 90 block, 90 interior defense. He's super fast for your center, 89 speed, 89 acceleration. Jump shot wise, I feel like he's got a really good release. And then my favorite thing about this card that I feel like not that too many people. Can I speak an English sentence? I don't think I even said that right, but the thing I like about this card the most that I feel like is super underrated about him is the Steve Francis size up, just his ability to take other centers off the dribble, especially a guy like Yao Ming, because you know you're going to give up a lot of points to Yao underneath the basket. Pretty much every center gets dominated down low, but Dino can actually take advantage of Yao being a little bit slow and not the best mobile, you know, on the perimeter with Yao, so you can just take him off the dribble with these really good dribble sigs from Dino, and then you're not going to get blocked from behind if you safe dunk by holding up the right stick when you go for the dunk, because you can activate these front clutches pretty much every single time, so you're not going to get blocked when you do blow by Yao Ming. So all around, I think this is going to be an amazing starting lineup for the 500,000 MT squad builder. And then talking about the bench, we do have to go a little bit more budget because we probably spend like over 350,000 MT on that starting lineup. But for the backup point guard, we will go for the Pink Diamond Denny. I feel like he's one of the best, if not the best budget point guard in the game, a card that's under 20,000 MT. He is such a good point guard. He's 6'9" with a 6'10" wingspan, and he's just going to be like a budget Ben Simmons or a budget Magic Johnson. Not going to really do anything too flashy on paper, you know, even in game. Like, he's not going to be, you know, going off screens, you know, shooting threes, you know, normal leaners. Like, he's not going to be doing that crazy stuff. He does have the normal leaner, I do believe, so he can take those shots, but he's not going to be like, you know, going crazy on the offensive end. But just defensively, being 6'9", he can kind of be that Magic Johnson or that Ben Simmons. Not really stopper, but a guy that can definitely contain them for this kind of budget squad. But looking at the next team here, the next team, talking about the shooting guard for the bench, is going to be Cameron Reddish, who is going to be one of the, once again, just like Denny, another really good budget card. Like, this card is so elite for about 15 to 20,000 MT, somewhere in that price range. He's going to be a 6'8" shooting guard with a 7-foot wingspan, and I feel like what I'm going for on the bench is just a lot of tall cards at their position that play really good defense, and then Cam Reddish is going to be a really good offensive shooting guard next to Denny and Rudy Gay as well. That's why I feel like you need Denny off this bench next to Cameron Reddish and Rudy Gay, because these guys can score the ball at a very high level, and then you have Denny there for defense and just overall, you know, being 6'9" at point guard. But yeah, Rudy Gay is probably going to be our best or second best offensive card in this lineup. He's probably a better offensive card than Cameron Reddish. He's 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan, amazing at going to the basket with a 97 driving dunk, 95 vertical. He can play solid defense, has a really good player model in game, Hall of Fame clamp breaker, hyperdrive, killer combos, quick first step, Hall of Fame clamps. I mean, just all around for about like 50,000 MT, maybe a little bit low, maybe a little bit more. He is a really good small forward, especially for that price tag. And then for the backup 4, I wasn't exactly sure who to go with, so I did go with the Galaxy Bobanek. There's not too many like great budget power forwards in the game, and Bob's only about 30 to 35k, and I feel like for that price tag, he's going to be definitely worth picking up on the squad, being a 6'9" power forward with a 7-foot wingspan. He plays really good defense with a 94 block, 94 interior defense, tons and tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges. And then the best thing about Bob is 1000% going to be his jump shot. Such a good release on quick time and can knock down threes at a very high level. And I feel like next to our backup center is going to be the perfect power forward you guys are gonna want to go with, which is going to be the Pink Diamond D-Rob. I feel like that pairing off the bench is super good. Having Bob Nedelecki, a guy who's a little bit undersized but has a great jump shot and overall going to be a great offensive power forward, next to a Pink Diamond D-Rob, who is still a very good offensive card, but he's 7'1" and just plays really good defense in game, and he only goes for about 40 to 45,000 MT. He's going to be a 7'1" center with a 7'5" wingspan. You guys probably know by now how good this Pink Diamond D-Rob is at the center position. He's got a 94 block, 95 interior defense, also having an 87 speed and 87 acceleration with a very solid jump shot. Even though it's only on normal timing, I still feel like it is a very capable jump shot to green with right now in my team. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my 500,000 MT squad builder? I personally think this is the best team you guys can build if you're, you know, trying to build this squad for 500,000 MT, which I feel like is very, you know, doable to obtain that much of MT and then build this squad. And if you take this team into unlimited or other game modes, I feel like you can have a lot of success with this specific squad. But hopefully you guys did enjoy in the video to help you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.